Welcome to Chicago Cycle Track Universe. We're getting set for the semifinals. 3 Suzukis, 1 V-twin left. Gage Herrera trying to win 8 in a row. Angie trying to use a little girl power to make her way to the winner's circle. Oh, we've got a lot to talk about in this video. Stay with us till the end because I want your thoughts, your comments down below.
I mean, I told you, I want to beat Gage heads up. I don't want him to break. I don't want them to make a tuning call wrong. I want to beat him heads up.
Oh, we've got a lot to talk about. Cycle Track Universe, thanks for stopping back for another interesting video. Let's bring you up to speed. The NHRA Tech Department has made some rule updates in Pro Stock Motorcycle. If you didn't see our video from Gainesville, make sure you check that out. That'll give you the whole backstory as to the controversy in the class and what's going on. NHRA Tech steps in, maybe partly because of our video and how outspoken Matt Smith has been, and they took away the mysterious red fuel that select teams were allowed to use. Now, everybody has to run the same fuel. They also made a minor update when it comes to ECUs and firmware. As for Matt Smith, he has been testing his tail off, living up to his reputation as one of the hardest workers in the class, trying to close the gap. Here's what hasn't changed. Gage Herrera and Team Vance and Hines continue to utterly decimate the competition. Gage continues his undefeated streak here this year. In fact, he's got an opportunity to tie the late, great Dave Schultz for consecutive wins. Truly, truly unbelievable, and it's been tough for the rest of the people in the class. Here's a little controversy stemming from this that may be a problem. We're seeing participation start to drop down a little bit. Joey Gladstone has decided to sell his Vance and Hines Suzuki Hayabusa, and this comes after finishing number 2 in the points a few years ago. It seems like a few competitors out there may be getting demoralized by what's going on. But Matt Smith continues to charge ahead. Because of that, we have broken out the Brett the Hitman Heart sunglasses just for him, dubbing him the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Quick moment of zen here for the 6-time champion, Matt the Hitman Smith. So this was my outfit out of Tampa Airport. I'm not so sure they knew how to take me. Even had to wear the moto boots. I did have a good excuse, though. I was going riding dirt bikes in Waldo, Wisconsin after this. But let's head to Chicago O'Hare and get this party started. Yeah, baby. Welcome to Chicago. It's race day. This is how we do it. Yes, indeed. It's a big weekend of racing at Route 66. Let's go. Got my man 7-0 Joe Conan coming to get me. Look who picked me up. 7-0. Are we ready for a little Pro Stock Motorcycle, Top Fuel Motorcycle?
Got a Top Fuel shirt on.
Oh, there we go.
So Larry.
It was good news and bad news for Matt Smith. He did qualify number 1, but unfortunately went out in the second round to chase Van Zant. Well, another piece of good news is his wife made it to the semis, and we were able to cheer him up a little bit with this good luck charm for the rest of the year. Here we are, guys, with the 6-time champ. I've affectionately nicknamed him Matt the Hitman Smith, Hitman himself, because you are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. You're going to have to try on a set of these, and then we'll see what Angie thinks, but I don't know. MSR fans, you let me know what you think. I think he's going to look pretty sweet in these. These are the glasses that are going to help him win. Championship number 7. Ladies and gentlemen, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be.
We see the side. It says Hitman.
Gotta love it. Let's get you to the semi. Smith on the V-twin. We've got Ellie Tonga alongside him. Chase Van Zant, the Rookie of the Year out of Team Trick Tools. And behind him, Gage Herrera, a very, very talented Final Four. What a great show of respect for John Force, guys.
We'd like to, but
big matchup coming up. Yeah, a lot has happened since our last video, guys. Big shout out to Matt the Hitman Smith. He was very vocal and helped push rule changes where they eliminated the red fuel for Suzuki's, and also there was a firmware change. Matt's been doing a lot of testing with his team. We've seen things really tighten up, and what a comeback. If you remember a video we posted from last year, Angie coming off that crash in St. Louis. Yes, remember, Angie had a devastating crash last fall in St. Louis. What a great comeback.
Everybody's working on power, and all of a sudden they realize they got to leave the starting line with everybody else in order to win. So it's going to be a really good race right now because the mules don't have the 60-foot typically as the Suzuki's do, and she's got the top end, so
Hey, big congratulations to last year's Rookie of the Year out of Team Trick Tools. Great job by Chase. Monster run. He's going on to the final. I don't know if I could call her the hit woman. I don't know if you...
Not yet.
Not yet. If you approve the glasses.
Yes.
Matt the Hitman Smith, it's sticking. But congratulations. Want to shake your hand. Semi-final appearance. I think the way I want to start this, we've done 2 really big YouTube videos. One was on your comeback. One was on Class Parity. You're doing great, and it seems like Class Parity is doing a little bit better. Are we feeling good here in Chicago?
I think it's going in the right direction. I think that they're going to continue to monitor all the numbers and things like that, but it is what it is. It's up to NHRA and the tech department, and we're just going to keep our heads down and keep working. We're not even going home when we leave here. We're going to test for another day, and we're determined to get my clutch right, because what works in his bike doesn't work in my bike. Because we tried that in the semifinals. We took his whole clutch setup and put it in my bike, and it didn't work. So it's just because we have different run styles and things like that. So we will be better. Hopefully, testing will go good.
It's going to be another tight one. Gage Herrera riding a 7-race win streak. These are 2 past champions. Gage, the defending champion. Ellie won it many years ago, one of the best riders. Both Vance and Hines bikes. Ellie on a Vance and Hines rental.
Really good. Gage is Gage, so let's just see what happens here. But Ellie has a bike that's comparable to Gage's, and he can run with it if he gets away first. You gotta lean on him for sure.
From what I've really seen over the course of the last year or so, Gage Herrera almost has to leave the door open. If he does his job.
Gage does it again. He's an incredible talent. He just continues to dominate this class, guys. 675, unbelievable. Looking for his 8th straight win. Wow, what a run. Ellie Tonglet is a Vance & Hines customer, and that, my friends, is total, utter domination. So congrats to those guys, Eddie Craywick, Andrew Hines. Yes, they're talented. Yes, they have resources. Yes, they work hard. But, guys, one thing that makes me uneasy is knowing the history. These are the same 2 guys that propped up exclusive Harley-Davidsons with a special marketing project that netted 10 NHRA championships. It was a marketing project led by the great Terry Vance. So what is truly going on now? You let me know in the comments. Is it legitimate victory, legitimate domination? I certainly hope it is. Or is the deck stacked again? Harley's gone. Terry Vance is back to Suzuki, and the goal is to make the Vance & Hines Suzuki Hayabusa look as good as possible to the factory. But where's that leave the V-twins? Please don't kill the messenger, but oh, best V-twin Chicago.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
This is the new Wally for the V-twins?
Well, we kind of put this together because of the whole parity thing. So whoever is the best V-twin of the weekend gets this little trophy. So I get to pour me some Coca-Cola or whatever in it and have a little drink later.
How about that, guys? Well, let's hear it for her in the comments. Congratulations, best V-twin. You never know. By the time we get to the end of the year, that could be for the big Wally.
That's right.
How about
if you
that?
get a couple of these, maybe you can get the big Wally.
Congratulations, Angie. Now, remember from our last video, it is NHRA's responsibility to maintain parity between the 4-cylinder and V-twin motorcycles. And I can tell you right now, a V-twin has only won 1 of the last 18 races. And there's Gage Herrera getting ready. He's going for his 8th consecutive victory.
Final time, Chase trying to get his first win. Gage Herrera trying to get 8 in a row.
Very happy for newcomer Chase Van Zandt and the Trick Tools team. But here's the thing, remember, Chase is on a Suzuki. If you ride a Suzuki, you more than likely have to buy parts from Vance & Hines, and that's what Chase's team does. Now, if you'll notice, Chase is on the TL1000 body. That's not a body Suzuki wants to market because it's so very old, but it's one that a lot of competitors can make work.
Here we go, guys. 2 great levers. 671, 200 miles an hour. Let's give credit to where credit's due. Chase brought it with a 679. 197 miles an hour. Gage Herrera has just won his 8th race in a row. Vance and Hines continues to dominate this category.
Perfect in 2024. How do you explain this occurrence that is Gage Herrera?
Well, we got a machine behind him, that's for sure. I mean, everybody that works with us in Vance and Hines Motorsports, guys just put in the hours to make sure that the finesse is there, and Gage just is he's an animal. He's wanting to prove his worth right now, and he is just bad as a bone. So I got it screwed up right there. I was supposed to turn up 100 RPM, I forgot, so we might have just missed a little bit better run, but it was cool to see Chase in the final round. That's pretty cool. They're powered by Vance and Hines, Silverheads, and pretty cool to have the 2 Suzuki's in the final.
There's been a lot of talk out there on the internet, and you guys seem to prefer to do your talking on the racetrack.
Yeah, obviously people went to work and got some stuff better, so if they would have done that a while ago, we wouldn't have had to work so hard ourselves.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Andrew Hines taking the win.
No question.
Unbeaten on the season. A perfect season thus far for Gage.
Perfect season so far for Gage Herrera. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. But is it too unbelievable? Well, follow me on this one, guys, because I love sports. I love competition. And if domination is legitimate, I can appreciate it. And that may very well be the case here. But gotta be honest, there's a few things that are making me raise an eyebrow. There's a few things that are making me a little uneasy in this situation. Number one, Mission Foods is now the primary title sponsor of NHRA drag racing. Remember, Mission Foods was the title sponsor of Vance and Hines last year, and many believe Terry Vance may have introduced Mission to the NHRA. That's huge and commendable. And then, of course, we have Suzuki, who also sponsors Vance and Hines. Well, they're also involved in the NHRA, and they spend a lot of money to display on the Midway, much like Harley-Davidson did for all those years. And then just recently it was announced that RevZilla is a partner of the NHRA. So my question is, with so many partners financially invested in the NHRA, does NHRA Tech have any motivation at all to really maintain true parity between the V-Twins and the Suzukis? Or perhaps is Tech's hands tied? Is there some type of directive out there? I don't know. This is all just speculation, but certainly leave your thoughts down below. Here's what I do know. The motorcycle that Gage Herrera is on is ultra fast, and it was fast before he got on it, because Angèle Sampé, when she was riding that bike, if you remember, qualified number 1 at several events and went 200 miles an hour.
Two great levers.
Now, what do I think is going on? And this is just my opinion. I think this is a major marketing project for Terry Vance and company. And something very strange was revealed in one of Gage Herrera's recent quotes after a race. He cited the rules revision, tightening up the class, tightening up parity, and how when the red fuel was taken away, things evened up. I found this very odd as a journalist. Why? Because Gage Herrera is a young man with an opportunity who's pretty much afraid of his shadow. Wouldn't you be if you had that opportunity? You're not going to talk about rules in a press release unless you were told to talk about rules. Even Matt Smith and others and Suzuki folks agree the red fuel wasn't going to take away much. So why would Gage Herrera say in this press release that things are so even now because the red fuel got taken away? What I think these motorcycles are so sophisticated they can dial it back and tighten it up and give the illusion that there's better competition out there, at least until we get to the countdown. That's what I think is going on, and I think Gage's bike is a rocket ship no matter who's on it. But what does all this mean for other Suzuki riders who buy parts off Vance and Hines, like Chase Van Zandt?
Chase Van Zandt, unbelievable. How about it? First career final for the Rookie of the Year, and one proud papa standing over here. What's your assessment of your performance here this weekend?
It was pretty good. I mean, you know, to qualify 8th and make it to the final is a little unconventional in this class, but it was good. You know, we came out and we're struggling a little bit with the early numbers, and then Q4 we really got a handle on it and got the computer to look the way we wanted it to, and it was really good. Unfortunately, they disqualified that run, and I didn't necessarily agree with the way they went about things. I think they weren't super consistent with their assessment on some of the runs this weekend.
We are 1 year and 3 races into your pro stock motorcycle journey. Is there anything that surprised you? Is there anything that caught you off guard? Is it everything you hoped it would be? Where are you guys at with that?
You know, I think it's so full of ups and downs, you know. Like last year we started and we made the semifinals in Gainesville, and we thought, you know, this is the new normal for us. You know, we're going to be a top 4 semifinal team, and we kind of went through a lull, and then at the end of the year before I got hurt, we came back pretty strong. So it's just the ups and downs of it, and some of the struggles that you run through mid-season. It's hard to predict.
Well, Bruce, everything you thought it would be?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's a lot of fun, and we love it, and obviously we're willing to do the work to make it happen. But you know, when you come from a bracket racing background where basically anybody can win on any weekend, you come here and you realize if you're not at the top, your chances are very slim. You know, not everybody can necessarily win unless there's a lot of luck on their side. So
here's where I really hope my speculation is wrong. I want to be wrong on this, guys, because I look at a man like Terry Vance, who's been involved in this class since 1987. And please tell me a marketing project is not bigger than legitimate, entertaining, gung-ho competition where anybody can win. Because there's so many talents in this class. And if you remember from my last video, since 87, only 4 non-Vance and Hines motored teams have been able to win an NHRA championship. It doesn't seem like much parity. I just hope at this point, Terry Vance, who's a very, very wealthy man who can do whatever he wants, would be focused on building this class and bringing back 100% legitimate competition. I think it's a much more competitive environment in the fuel categories. I don't think it's as political. I don't think these factors exist. So let's watch the final. John Force, Matt Hagan, John Force Racing versus Tony Stewart Racing. Oh, look at John, the 74-year-old GOAT, hanging with the young gun. Hagan wins it for Tony Stewart Racing. Let's check in with Team Smith. Here we are, 6-time champion Matt Smith, race number 3. Good to see you again, Matt. A lot has changed since our last conversation in Gainesville. How you feeling here? Bring me up to speed after 3 races.
Well, you know, we've been testing a lot. I think everybody knows that. All the keyboard warriors know that we've been testing a lot. And they said a lot of stuff about us and told us we needed to go work on our stuff. And we did. We went and worked.
I don't know if there's a team that tests as much as you. Do you think you guys test more than anybody?
I do. I think we've already had 7 or 8 test sessions this year, and we've only had 3 events.
Are you noticing that things are much more relaxed than they were in our last video or at the end of last season? I think it's very relaxed, like a baseball team would be in May and June. It's still the regular season, but boy, when we get into September and October, look out. And I look for those same tensions to come back when it's championship time. But right now, Matt Smith seems to be taking things very well and is just really focused on improving his program.
And we ran really good this weekend. I did a bad job of tuning my motorcycle, Angie's motorcycle, and John's motorcycle today. I just totally messed up. It's all my fault. So we'll get back. We're going testing Tuesday at Indy, and I see what I did wrong. We'll go there so I can prove it that I did the stuff wrong, and we'll be back fast, I'm pretty sure, at Bristol.
Keep the momentum going. Just keep going and doing well at the races. And, you know, obviously the goal is to win races. That's what we're all here for, win a championship. But as long as you just keep winning rounds and doing the things, I mean, obviously, you know, finishing better than 3rd, which is kind of my gauge of how I do. That's the goal.
You said something in Gainesville where you were talking about a parity class. You said a parity class, they should look at it every 3 races. So what we have right now is Gage Herrera just broke Dave Schultz's win streak, 8 wins in a row. Do you think NHRA needs to take a look at parity right now?
I don't know. We ran pretty good this weekend. So unless they were sandbagging and qualifying, I don't know. I think it's pretty close right now. But if I wouldn't have messed up today, and I know that I messed up, then I'd say maybe. But I know I messed up. So I should have been able to go out there and go 71, 70 today. He went 69. So I went 2 105s today, but even those weren't good runs. They were not good to 60 foot. So I feel like we could have went 103, 104 every time today. And I just didn't tune the bike. We didn't run no speed. We didn't run nothing today. So all in all, it's my fault. we'll pick it back up at Bristol. That's all I can
There's
say.
another part of the story that I have to bring up that just makes me a little bit uneasy. Terry Vance keeps donating to these racing organizations. Just made a $125,000 donation to the Road Racing World Action Fund. That comes after his $1 million donation to the NHRA. Now, great generosity, and thank you, Terry. That is awesome. But guys, isn't it a conflict of interest for the sanctioning body to accept this? If the Kansas City Chiefs started donating large sums of money to the NFL and then dominated and won a bunch of Super Bowls, wouldn't it taint the spirit of competition? Leave your thoughts down below.
We showed that we had good power. We showed that we could 60 foot with the best of them. We've worked really hard, and I'll take all blame. I'll be back at Bristol.
You can test the whole regular season, but you just have to be badass in the countdown.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to my good buddy, E.G. He is here racing all the way from Japan. He does not speak English. I'm going to work on my language barrier moving, but I really just want to say, you're doing a great job, E.G. E.G., would you like to say anything? How you like riding pro stock motorcycles? You having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, my man. Great job. Keep it up, E.G.
Tell him arigato.
Arigato.
Yes.
What's that mean?
Thank you very much.
Arigato.
Yes,
Thank you very much. Great job. How many races are you doing? You know, what race?
Okay.
Here's his resume, guys. Here's his resume. Are you going to do any more races?
Yeah, it's all on here. It's showing U.S. Nationals.
Oh, this is his resume.
No, U.S. Nationals. He's doing a.
Wow. How about it, my man? You
All right, sign it out.
He's run Dave Schultz bike before. You're the man, E.G. What do you think is your biggest area of improvement? Is it the max ECU? Is it the work in the clutch? Is it something else? Where have you made the most gains, in your opinion?
It's the total combination. It's the whole package. It's just not one thing. It's the max ECU. It's the clutch program. It's what my dad's told me to look for. It's just all these things. And honestly, it's just you've got to do as a rider. You've got to do the same thing every time. That's where Gage has been good to Andrew. Gage does everything the same every time, and he gives Andrew good feedback. I'm doing that, but I'm also trying to run 4 or 5 motorcycles also. And I just went down this little path today, and I shouldn't have did that. We had a headwind. I made some changes, and it was not the right thing to do, and I take full blame for it. So we'll go back. We'll be ready for Bristol, and I told you, I want to beat Gage heads up. I don't want him to break. I don't want them to make a tuning call wrong. I want to beat him heads up, and that's what we're going to do. I promise everybody, we're going to do that for the years out.
It's great to have my expert insider, Wising expert insider, because with Gino Scali, they won the 2003 NHRA Pro Stock Motorcycle Champion. This man almost ran the first 6-second run in Pro Stock Motorcycle history. And Joe, man, we saw it again. We've heard from all the players, but you got to give it to that Gage. 8 wins in a row. Now takes out the Dave Schultz record.
Yeah, he's an amazing rider. Just really impressive, really. The team's gelling. Obviously with 18 number 1 qualifiers out of 19 races, or 17 out of 18, it's an amazing show of power and strength, but it's kind of boring for the fans.
It is. We do worry about that. Hey,
say it.
That's what I said. Taking nothing away from Team Vance and Hines, taking nothing away from Gage, but we want this to be maybe a little bit more competitive for the fans. Don't want to see anybody run away with it in any form of motorsports. You know that. Never really a good thing for total domination.
Right. First of all, I had a lot of fun out here. The teams are all working hard. I don't want to take anything away from it. Just like to see it a little closer.
Amen.
A little bit closer.
Amen.
Let's slap a 20-pound piece of lead on the back of that bike. And,
well, I agree. You compete in sports car racing, and the winner gets reward weight all the time. And some people might be watching this video and say, "Hey, what's that? That's not pure competition." But remember, guys, NHRA has to maintain parity between these 2 different animals.
Correct.
Suzuki, V-twin, different animals. It's the only way to maintain parity is to step in every 3-4 races, I think.
Right. And what if somebody puts a 90-pound rider on a bike and they just dominate and nobody can touch them? People would get bored of that and they wouldn't show up. So, it'd be smart if they just tighten it up. Take nothing against the V&H team and Gage. He's an amazing rider. All the other teams, for me as a fan, for someone like me who spent a lot of time and money racing this sport, I still care about it. And I just want to see it be tight and exciting.
Amen. Amen. Well, it's great out here going down memory lane with you. Thank you so much. We're going dirt bike riding tomorrow. Matt Smith, the Hitman, good luck to him and all the competitors out there. Guys, this was Route 66. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, here's another one for you. Leave your comments down below on what you think about Parity and Pro Stock Motorcycle and what we could do to improve it. And make sure to smash subscribe. And you know, if there's anything fast motorcycles with 7.0, we're in from Route 66. Cycle Drag rolls on.
We're out.